You know, they easily could have called this pay-per-view WWE Great Waste of Time, but now we got the Great Balls of Fire. Alright, so going into the show, I'm not gonna lie, I could care less. None of these matches intrigued me. I don't care if they're in the Big D in Dallas, Texas, y'all. But yeah, I could give a damn. But this reminds me a lot like some sort of way, kind of like Money in the Bank, where it was so bad it was kind of good. So in some ways, WWE did entertain me tonight, and for all the wrong reasons. But you know what? They entertained me nonetheless. So kick off cruiserweight title match: Akira Tozawa versus Neville. Neville wins. Good to know that Neville buried the cruiserweight division, but who cares about the cruiserweights? But hey, according to you, Smarks, that's not burying. That he literally just beats everybody. Relatively clean too, by the way. So we kick off the pay-per-view itself with Seth Rollins versus. Hey Seth, I'm scary. And I thought to myself, wow, two former world champions kicking off a filler B-rated pay-per-view. Lovely. So, anywho, as expected, there really wasn't anything to the storyline. I mean, what was the storyline? Oh, Seth's on the cover of 2K18. Oh, Seth, I don't like that. I'm jealous. Duh. So, Bray wins. Poked Rollins in the eye, but he won nonetheless, so I guess this feud continues to SummerSlam. Oh, God. Who the hell cares? But hey, Bray Wyatt's a win, even though no one's gonna remember it on this filler show. And I think I saw what's his name, Monster on Twitter. I know he's kind of a smark, but I think he said something like Bray Wyatt has like 187 wins in his career at WWE and has like 498 losses. Sounds about right. So then we go on to Enzo Amore. Hey, how you doing? Versus Big Cass. You damn right it was me. Big Cass has the most generic theme song ever. If you thought freaking Kevin Owens' theme song sounded like someone who had diarrhea issues, this may have beaten it. And Enzo, his promo about, hey, Frank Sinatra, how you doing, was longer than the match. I didn't expect Big Cass beat the holy hell out of Enzo and won. Who's ready to see Big Cass as Test 2.0, aka his other dad? Probably thinking, wait, his other dad? Who's his other dad as well? WWE Hall of Famer Adam Copeland Edge. Moving on. So we go into the 30-man Iron Man match for the Raw Tag Team title, John. The non-broken Hardy Boys versus Cesaro and Sheamus. And for the first about, I'd say 20 minutes, 10 to 20 minutes, no one gave a damn about this match. These guys have been feuding since Mania. Holy freaking crap. Talk about milking the hell out of a feud. So anywho, still not as bad as another match I'll get to later. But overall, decent match. Not too shabby. Cesaro and Sheamus win 4-3. Yeah. Hopefully now it's supposed to be the Hardy Boys winning the broken gimmick from Anthem Sports. They could finally do the broken stuff. But then again, I'm still kind of worried about that because, House of Horrors match, saw how that went. Remember that racist found deletion between the Wyatts and New Day last year? Trump probably had a field day with that one. Anyways, moving on to the the Raw Women's title match between the evil little cheerleader, aka Harley Quinn, Alexa Bliss versus the banana, Snoop Dogg's cousin, Sasha Banks. Who the hell gives a damn about Sasha Banks? You know, I've seen people talk about how Alexa Bliss botches and whatever. At least Alexa Bliss doesn't hurt people, including herself, in matches. Sasha Banks has a laundry list of history of doing that, but no, remember, she's great. Yeah, what's so great? That hairline going up to here with the horrible weave that she's got going with the freaking Sailor Moon purple hair. I should probably do that for another Phoenix Fire episode with her. By the way, thanks everybody for that first episode. That actually went out pretty well. But moving on. Okay match. Apparently these two like legit hate each other. Apparently, like supposedly that's the rumor. And shoot wise, they like dislike each other. Apparently Sasha Banks freaking hates everybody, so I'm not surprised. But anywho, decent match. Sasha wins via countout, so technically she wins, but obviously doesn't win the belt. Champion's advantage, and I guess the match. Well, put it this way: the feud continues because afterwards Sasha beat the holy hell out of Alexa. Very face-like of her. I'll get to that a little later as well. Freaking hypocrisy to the max. Oh, God. So, yeah, Sasha Banks and Alexa. Let me guess. You're going to throw Bayley in there and make it a triple threat match at SummerSlam, and then you're going to have Sasha turn heel on Bayley, right? Probably. Then move on to the Intercontinental Championship match, Corey. The freaking hobo. Dean Ambrose, his 80th billion title shot for the IC title against the Miz. With his Miztourage, which I just feel like saying Entourage because that's a lot more catchier, but moving on. Typical Ambrose Miz match. Okay, not great. Ambrose attacked both Bo Dallas and Chris Axel at the start of the match, so you kind of knew where that would happen in the ending. They distracted basically the ending of the match for the Miz to get the win. 1, 2, 3. Miz wins the Skull Crusher finale. I know this was, I guess you could say, heelish win, obviously, but can we stop giving the Ambrose more title shots? I don't care if the Miz freaking defends it against Heath Slater. I don't care if he defends it against like Apollo Crews. At least that might be a little bit shaking things up a bit. Because I'm so sick and tired of this freaking no-talented hobo. Just a shell of what he was in the Shield. Get freaking title shots at the title shots at the title shots. Oh, but he's a star. Yeah, okay. He's as much of a star as Dolph Ziggler was right after he lost the world title. Because that's basically what I said on Twitter. Down Christian Box. What I said down in Twitter. Where Ambrose and Ziggler's career is so similar at this point, it's scary. And it's funny. But for all you Ambrose fanboys, you be worried. Because his career is just going stuck down in the mid-card, lower mid-card, maybe once in a while give him a little push, and then bring him back down. Just you watch. Just you watch. So now we're going on to what real men looks like. Not the freaking Sami Zayn BS, whatever. And I know he's on a different brand before anyone freaking corrects me, but you know I'm going with this. Ambrose match. Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman. Easily the match of the night. These guys beat the holy hell out of each other. It was beautiful. It was great. This is what a real wrestling match should be. This is what it should be. Two guys who want to beat the holy hell out of each other. And you know what? They did. So props to them. Okay? Good, fun match. Roman sended Braun to the LED screen again. But, you know, it was a fun match nonetheless. Strowman gets Reigns after he went for the spear, but missed as he moved out of the way, and ends up winning the match. So I'm thinking, okay, Braun needed to win this match. Very good. Nice. Fun match. Both guys looked strong in the match. Then after the match, a lot of people were going, WTF. Gotta make me look strong, baby girl. Now, fans were losing their minds with this because, like, Roman Reigns is a sore loser. Yes, let's not forget how many times Stone Cold Steve Austin would get mad after he lost a match and just stun everybody. Let's just forget that happened, right? Selective memory. But anywho, Roman Reigns gets out of the ambulance and beats the holy hell out of Braun. Puts him in the back of the ambulance, takes him to like the parking lot, backs up with Braun in the back seat. Kurt Angle has to come out to call 911. Yeah, call 911 after freaking an ambulance attack. This was great. Remember when I said this pay-per-view was so messed up it was enjoyable? This is it right here. Oh god, it was great. So, I don't know if this is WWE's way of making a double turn. I highly doubt it, but this was something. It was great. Look it up on YouTube. Sure, it's on there. And then I guess while this was happening, Curt Hawkins and Heath Slater had like a bonus match or something. And you see him screen on screen. And Heath Slater won, but like no one cared. Because they were too worrying about what Braun was in the back of the ambulance. Oh, this was great. I have tears coming to my eyes right now. That's how amazing it was. Oh god, and then the main event. Oh, speaking of tears. Dream match. Yeah, my ass. Okay, the WWE Universal title match between Samoa Joe and Brock Lesnar. Yeah. And, for weeks I've been hearing how this is supposedly, and I quote, a dream match. First of all, when the hell was there a dream match on a B filler pay-per-view? This was WrestleMania. Hell, maybe even SummerSlam, or if you want to stretch it far, Survivor Series, or if you really want to tickle the pickle, Royal Rumble. Those are when dream matches usually happen, particularly WrestleMania in that order, actually. Mania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Rumble. No one thought that in a July pay-per-view would there be a dream match, particularly with freaking Brock Lesnar. And I'm not saying, oh, you're just saying that you hate Brock Lesnar. Absolutely not. What I'm saying to you is this. Brock Lesnar matches, we all know what they're like now. 5-minute suplex city, punch, knee, F5. That's what generally you get from a Brock Lesnar match. Because he kicks your ass. He raises hell, kicks ass in like 5 minutes or less, leaves. That's simple. So you were thinking that your indie Chubbala Bubba boy, Samoa Joe, had a shot with Brock Lesnar? Freaking Vince McMahon trolled you all, man. A little dream match. Okay. And I know Joe got some offense in there in the beginning, including a coquina clutch. But then it was just suplex city, coquina clutch, couple German suplexes. I believe there were 6 German suplexes to Samoa Joe to be exact. F5, the end. Dream match. Oh yeah, dream. When people are going to look back at the WWE Network, they're going to be like, oh man, I remember when I was like years down the road, let's say 10, 15, 20 years from now. Oh yeah, I remember when I was a kid. I remember watching the dream match as Samoa Joe faced Brock Lesnar at Great Balls of Fire 2017. This pay-per-view was amazing. This whole $9.99 BS might be worth it. It wasn't worth it for a while because I got tired of watching the old content because the new content was stupid and annoying. This was something. You smarks are like amazing. I swear, that's like the thing that makes WWE still enjoyable. Is not just the stupid stuff they pull. It's like the smarks' reactions to it are just priceless. That makes it worth it. That's why it's key to have both the network on and Twitter, like on your next to your tab, whether you're using Chrome, Firefox, Explorer, Safari, whatever. Whew, I'm good. I'm good right now. Anyways, what a pay-per-view that was. Great Balls of Fire. Great stuff. What you guys think of it? If you're new to this channel, please subscribe down below. It's down. You guys know the subscription button is at. I'm out. Peace. Hope you guys have a enjoyable night. I still have tears going out of my eyes. Woo! WWE knows how to put on a show.